Up next, a teenager's chance at freedom hangs by a thread as Judge West reviews his pre-sentencing report. At just 17, Christopher Bushnell faces serious charges of evading arrest and engaging in organized criminal activity involving a shooting. But when 21 jail incident reports hit the judge's desk, revealing fighting, bullying, and defiance behind bars, his plea deal is about to collapse before his eyes. Will Judge West give this young offender one more chance, or is his behavior about to cost him decades of his life? The courtroom falls silent as she delivers her verdict. You are watching Court Cam HQ. Remember to subscribe, like, and share our videos.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You're Christopher Bushnell?
Yes, ma'am.
So, Mr. Bushnell, you were previously in court, entered pleas of guilty to the third-degree felony offense of evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle, and the second-degree felony offense of engaging in organized criminal activity. Those were for agreements of a 10-year probation deferred in each of those cases. I have received the pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are there any additions or corrections to the report?
Just that it may indicate that he doesn't take full responsibility, but after speaking with him, he does take full responsibility for his actions and involvement in both cases.
I've also reviewed jail incident reports. Have you both been given a copy of those?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you're 17 now?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't think he turns 18 until
December 26th.
And Judge, if we need to go back and renegotiate an offer, obviously he's not even out of custody yet, and this is how he's acting.
Well, and
Your Honor, obviously due to his age, I want him to have the opportunity to get his life together, obviously not going into adulthood with felony convictions. I have preached to him the importance of following the rules and not...
you can't do it, can you?
Okay.
You cannot. 21 incident reports since January 25th of this year. 21. Fighting, calling officers names, stealing food, instigating fights, being a bully to other people in the dorm. Ridiculous. So if you can't follow rules in the jail, what makes you think you're going to come in here and I'm going to say, sure, go be on probation out in our community? After y'all shotgun, I mean, this is serious. I'm tired of the shootings. I'm tired of people. You could have killed somebody. And because you accidentally didn't kill somebody, you get to get a probation. Not today. If I could send you to ISF, I would consider it. I can't. At this point, I'm going to reject the plea agreements. We will set the cases for a review in about 30 days. Let's see where we are, go over his options, y'all talk. If I can always do, upfront time, but we've got to get to a certain point where that would make sense. And so at this time, I'm just going to reset the cases. Again, I'm rejecting these plea agreements. And let me tell you, you get more of these, it's only going to get worse. I'm going to see them. A jury's probably going to see them a jury will see them if you go to trial. And you're going to end up in prison for up to 20 years because you can't follow the rules in our jail and you're acting like a little punk. So go stop acting like a punk, prove that you can behave, then we'll see what happens. When you come back next, I'll see how many of these I have.
A harsh reality check for a teen who couldn't follow the rules even while awaiting sentencing. With his plea deal rejected and the shadow of a potential 20-year prison sentence looming, Christopher Bushnell's future now depends entirely on whether he can transform his behavior in the next 30 days. As Judge West's final words echo through the courtroom, "Stop acting like a punk," the message is crystal clear. Change now, or face consequences that will follow you well into adulthood. Subscribe to CourtCam HQ for more raw courtroom moments where justice meets reality.
A few moments later.
We dive into the second case, involving Germaine Duhan, a man facing a critical moment that will define his future. Charged with the third-degree felony of obstruction or retaliation, Duhan stands before Judge West, his fate hanging in the balance. With a potential 5-year sentence in the Texas Department of Corrections on the line, watch as the courtroom tension builds and a life-altering decision unfolds. Will Duhan's plea bargain save him, or will he face the full consequences of his actions?
Good morning, sir. Are you Germaine Duhan?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Lewis, will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
He does, yes.
Mr. Duhan, in cause number 24 DCCR 2464, the state's elected to proceed on count 1 only. It alleges you committed the third-degree felony offense of obstruction or retaliation. And how do you plead to that charge?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you pleading guilty because you actually did what they've charged you with?
Yes, ma'am.
I have here on the computer some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Lewis?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you fully understand them?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney, that you will be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
Also, do you understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law?
Yes, ma'am.
State tenders number 1.
No objection, Judge.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Mr. Duhan is not competent?
No, Judge.
All right, sir, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of your plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Excuse me, and at this time find you guilty of the third-degree felony offense of obstruction or retaliation. Sentence you in accordance with your agreement to a term of 5 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. I'm handing you the trial court certification. That shows that this was an agreement that I followed, and so you have waived your right to appeal. I have also handed you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Because of the judgment entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. Firearm is a legal term, and you should read the written admonishment I provide you to see what devices qualify as a firearm. If you have questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk to Mr. Lewis. All right? Good luck to you, sir. You can go back with the bailiff. Thank you.
A stark reminder that actions have consequences. Germaine Duhan's plea of guilty to obstruction or retaliation lands him a 5-year sentence in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections. Judge West's final words echo the gravity of the moment, a criminal record that will follow him long after his release, and a future forever altered by a single decision. Subscribe to CourtCam HQ to witness more raw, unfiltered moments where justice meets human drama, where split-second choices can change lives forever. Want to watch more Judge West videos? Click on her playlist right here. CourtCam HQ, real people, real consequences, real courtroom experiences.